You just kind of have to get over the whole, you know, sort of dignity thing, you know, and sort of you just have to let it all hang out, basically.
John, this cameraman here's a bit too interested in your...
my mangina.
No knickers for me.
No, I'm serious, my knickers have been stolen. Have you stolen them?
Darling.
Have you got my knickers
Who would
on?
want your rank knickers?
Someone's taken them to... Someone's nicked them.
Yeah. There's no other knickers I can wear here, like someone else's.
You cannot be introverted. You can't really be miserable. Everyone's dressing up and painting their face, and the conversations which you take for granted after a few days. But last night, for example, there was a discussion about having sex in lifts and who'd done that, whether you spit or swallow, inserting hamsters up your arse. This is all just in the course of 20 minutes, all done very casually. It's very funny.
Make sure you focus on Christine because she's been drinking.
Don't focus on me.
And the tattoo's out, and that's a sign that she's in a provocative mood. So when Christine drinks, the eyebrows don't always stay on.
It reminds me of what it must have been like, you know, in vaudeville days, in the kind of dressing room of the chorus girls. It's very funny, very energising, and if you're not in the right mood, it's also quite exhausting. But that's showbiz for you. You have to get yourself in the right mood.
Going to Broadway, Cricklewood Broadway.
What I saw when I saw the show, first of all, I saw it like 5 times. People stood up every time. The music is unbelievable. The true life story, which I knew and then since read about Sue Tilley and Nicola and Lee, I felt with a real play that emphasized those real characters, and not to discredit the play that's there, because people are standing up every night. But if we infused it with more reality, it's going to be overwhelming.
Annette Rosie O'Donnell. Now, I had this meeting with her and a scriptwriter called Charles Bush. No relation to George, although she might be. Anyway, yeah, the camp son. Anyway, I must have been in that hotel room 40 seconds, I swear to you. And she came out with a statement. She goes to me, "You know, I'm worth $100 million. I thought, well, that's an odd thing to say, because you've only just met anyone for 40 seconds, but still. But anyway, but she was very friendly.
The heart of the show is going to be the same, but it's going to be rewritten. We take a lot of what Mark did, and Mark Davies, I think, very talented man, wonderful job he did. And we have Charles Bush now, who's unbelievably amazing award-winning playwright in America, as well as a performer. And he had some great ideas to add to what Mark had, and we're going to collaborate the two and, you know, take the real-life story of Lee and Nicola and George and Sue Tilley and sort of Philip Salon and make it a little bit more Broadway without losing the essence or the heart.
I just cannot imagine how anybody is going to play me. And I don't know how I'm going to come across, hopefully not as a doormat.
I would love to, like, after the first cast has their chance, I would love to play Sue Tilley.
Yeah, when I met Rosie O'Donnell, she said, she sort of stood next to me and goes, "Oh, I'm about the same size as you." I'm sure she's about half my size, so I was a bit thrilled with that. She was under that illusion. I think she was just being nice. But, you know, I think she'd probably be more me than the girl is now. But I think that she's saying that she'd probably make the part a bit bigger, wouldn't she?
I mean, the big difference about Broadway is it's going to be in a great big Broadway theatre, you know, 1,200 seats on Broadway, you know, the whole caboodle, the whole lights, cameras, actions, and in the moment we're in what amounts to a church hall, you know, so it's going to be different.
It's so thrilling to be able to finally do totally what you want to do.
So, you know, I'd love to go, and I want it to be great, and I want it to be successful, but not at the kind of loss of the integrity of the show, or, you know, I'm not Madonna. I think at the moment, in terms of clubbing and in terms of music, we're in a real kind of transition period. I mean, in London, there's only really one club that's worth going to, and that's Nag Nag Nag. It's the only place where I can sort of dance, and, you know, the music's quite varied.
There are like 16, 17, 18-year-old kids who are doing looks that, you know, we did that long ago.
Okay, this is a new era. Am I part of this new era? Brilliant.
You're here.
How old are you?
25.
Oh, you're okay, you're part of the new era.
Things do go round in a 20-year cycle and full circle, and I think the time is coming around to that now again.
Because thank God there are people that there want to do stuff, you know.
That club's run by, you know, my sort of really good old friend Johnny Slart, who's been my friend since those goth days.
It's a really great club, having a really great time. Thank you, John. It's alright. Can I go now?
His club is fantastic, and it really reminds me of being 17 again.
And there was a Taboo, and then there was Kinky Galinky, and then that was Nag Nag Nag, and then there was Working on Taboo at the same time. So it's like, you know, I feel actually, you know, I'm stuck in a time warp, and I actually don't mind that one single bit.
But it's a place people can come and express themselves. I mean, you know, there's some fashionistas, and, you know, there's some gay boys, there's some gay girls, and there's some everybody. Like, I mean, if you want to wear your craziest outfit, this is where to wear it.
My mama encourages me to dress like this. My mama is ghetto trash from Dudley.
I think that there is a whole new wave of kind of young kids who are realising that they're being kind of manipulated by record companies.
I think there needs to be more fun, there needs to be more yellow, more makeup, you know. I don't know. I don't see Destiny's Child and all that shit, I really don't. So where are the true artists? Where are?
Well, that's why clubs like Nag 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 are really good, because
that's why it's all starting again.
I hope that it's going to be the beginning of some new kind of, you know, teenage sort of rebellion, or just a kind of, you know, young people to sort of immerse themselves in ideas.
Because I think that actually Taboo being on the stage has had an effect.
Drag is back, glam is back, you know, these are George's words, you know what I mean? It's back, you know, and in some ways I think he's dragged drag back.
It made people realise what fun we had with all that dressing up in the 80s.
And also like people like Galliano, and there are people that have kind of taken influences from the show, or at least been kind of reminded of what Lee did, and that's kind of inspired them to do that.
Totally, yeah, and I think, yeah, John Galliano definitely, you know, he pushed his models out down the catwalk with blue faces, and, you know, that whole Package from Outer Space look was kind of revisited by him in a very couture way, and I thought it was beautiful what he did. And also there was like a beer poster, you know, where they had the kind of the drips coming down, you know, the model's face, and I think it has had all those, yeah, it's definitely had a knock-on effect.
I think the last thing I want to say is that Marilyn is genius. His ability to get money out of me, even at this point of my life, is quite phenomenal.
Is there anything else you want to add or say? Or?
Yeah, when do I get paid? Have you got cash for me? You got cash for me? No, I'm supposed to get 300. I am. What are you laughing for? Bitch. I'm supposed to get 300. I'm not signing that. No. I'm going home. Bye. I'm not paying you.
Sign that. Don't.
I said, you got cash for me? She said, no. I said, oh, my phone.
You got £200 last night.
You said 3 on the phone.
You...
I gotta go.
Did you sign up for?
No!